Hi friends, how are my Raymond rookies? It's story time again, so let's get Rookie ready. Eyes watching, ears listening, voices quiet, body still and stay calm. We have another Pete the Cat book today, and this book is Pete the Cat and his 4 groovy buttons. Before we get started, let's take a look at a bunch of buttons. Remember, buttons are on our clothes, and buttons help our clothes stay put together, so they stay on. So, let's see Pete. There's Pete. Pete the cat put on his favorite shirt with 4 big, colorful, round, groovy buttons. He loved his buttons so much, he sang this song. Look, there is a clock. And the number 4. Here's his buttons. 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's hear his song. My buttons, my 4 groovy buttons. My buttons, my 4 groovy buttons. Doing! Pop! Oh no! One of the buttons popped off and rolled away. How many buttons are left? Look, what color is his button? It's blue and it's round. He lost his blue button. How many buttons are left? 3. 4 minus 1 equals 3. 1, 2, 3. Did Pete cry? Goodness, no. Buttons come and buttons go. He kept on singing his song. My 3 groovy buttons. My 3 groovy buttons. Boing, pop. Oh no! Another button popped off and rolled away. How many buttons were left? 2. There's the number 2. 3 minus 1 equals 2. Did Pete cry? Goodness, no. Buttons come and buttons go. He kept on singing his song. Buttons, my 2 groovy buttons. My 2 groovy buttons. Doing, pop. Oh no! Look, it's a green button. Another button popped off and rolled away. How many buttons are left? 1. 2 minus 1 equals 1. Did Pete cry? Goodness, no. Buttons come and buttons go. He kept on singing his song. My 1 groovy button. My 1 groovy button. Doing, pop. Oh no! Look, it's a red button. The last button popped off and rolled away. How many buttons are left? 0. 1 minus 1 equals 0. No buttons are left. On his shirt, they're all gone. Did Pete cry? Goodness, no. Buttons come and buttons go. Pete looked down at his buttonless shirt, and what do you think he saw? His belly button, right there. There's no buttons on his shirt, but there's a belly button on his tummy. And he kept on singing his song. It's all good. My button, still have my belly button. My button, still have my belly button. I guess it simply goes to show that stuff comes and stuff will go. But do we cry? Goodness, no. We keep on singing. See, look, there is a green button, a blue button, another green button, and a red button. Buttons come and buttons go. Pete doesn't get himself all sad and upset. He has his big feeling of being sad or mad or bummed out, and then he takes a deep breath and he puts a smile on his face and he keeps singing his song, because buttons come and buttons go. All right. That is the end of our story today. The end. So remember, it's okay to have a big feeling. It's okay to be sad. It's okay to be mad. But let's take a deep breath and get back to feeling happy again real fast, okay? I'll see you later. Bye-bye.